Hello and welcome to Face to Face with me. I'm Daisy Anwar in a program that brings the world to your screen and where we meet people who make a difference to our lives. In this episode, I talk to President Enrique Peña Nieto, the President of Mexico, who's been a president for almost 1 year now. President Peña is currently in Bali to attend the APEC leaders meeting, and I'm curious to know in what ways Indonesia and Mexico could improve relations despite the huge distance that separates the two countries. So join me here on Face to Face with the President of Mexico. President Peña was one of the first economic leaders to arrive in Bali to attend this year's APEC leaders meeting and CEO summit, which is hosted by Indonesia. This is an annual meeting between economies in the Asia-Pacific region, attended by more than 10 presidents and prime ministers, as well as over 1,000 delegates consisting of the region's top business people, to discuss priorities in facing the challenges in an ever-changing global economy. Indonesia and Mexico share many similarities as APEC members. Both are large democracies. Both are emerging economies, rich in resources and have a large young population. This is President Peña's first visit to Indonesia since he took office almost a year ago, and I'm eager to learn how he's finding it. Okay, Mr. President, it's a great pleasure for me to finally see you there. I looked for you in Mexico, but finally we meet each other, and this time in Bali. This is your first visit to Indonesia. How is it going so far?
This is my first visit to Indonesia, and I'm very glad that you have had the opportunity to visit Mexico and personally experience what Mexico is. I'm glad to be here for the first time. The diplomatic relations between Mexico and Indonesia started 60 years ago, and I'm very grateful for your hospitality and very grateful for having this opportunity to meet the Indonesian president. This is the only official meeting that will take place under APEC summit because APEC has scheduled different activities. Therefore, the president granted us the opportunity to meet with him officially, and I'm here to endorse our friendship and ties with this country.
Mm-hmm. And you've actually had a conversation with President Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono. How was it? What was discussed?
It was a quite productive meeting, let me tell you, because we do acknowledge that our country agrees in specific areas, based on two nations that are literally in the regions in Asia. Indonesia is a leader, Mexico is a leader in Latin America, the second top economy in the region. And besides, we're part of North America. Therefore, we understand that this relationship between Indonesia and Mexico has grown. However, there's possibility to grow, the potential opportunities to grow, also in the area of trade. We have huge opportunities ahead of us. We are very similar countries, and Indonesia has double population than Mexico has. But these countries are similar in terms of economic growth. Mexico has grown at the same pace as Indonesia. I believe that upon the meeting, I'm certain we'll explore cooperation opportunities in order to create strategic partnership.
Podamos explorar distintos ámbitos de cooperación y de mayor relación para construir una alianza estratégica integral.
Although my interview with President Peña takes place in Bali, my attempt to meet him face to face initially took me to his country, Mexico, on the other side of the Pacific and 12 hours behind Indonesia's time zone. a journey that starts with a 13-hour flight to Amsterdam with KLM, and after a few hours of transit, a further 11-hour flight before finally reaching the capital, Mexico City. Welcome to Mexico. My visit to Mexico coincides with Mexico's 203rd Independence Day commemoration, a day of historic significance to Mexico, and Mexicans all over the world take part in the celebration. In Mexico City, the president himself leads the commemorative event called El Grito from the palace that consists of ringing the bell and honoring the founding fathers who fought against Spanish colonizers in 1810.
¡Viva México! ¡Viva México! ¡Viva México!
An important part of the celebration is the military parade, which Balbina, the foreign media staff from the presidential office, takes me to attend at Mexico City's main square at Zócalo. For over 3 hours, Mexico's entire military personnel, equipment and military hardware are paraded with pride to the country and before the president as the supreme commander of the armed forces. It is an annual tradition that takes place every September the 16th, and a source of great pride to many Mexicans who attend in their thousands.